Hello, everyone. Welcome to Being Naked. My name is Venus Castleberg, your host. And I have had a very interesting awareness recently. So, one of the things that we talk about in Access Consciousness a lot is there is no right or wrong, right? And there is no good or bad. Now, I know that that can be a very controversial subject for some people. And just go with me for a minute. And then if what I say is heavy or alive for you, you can just throw it away. I'm not attached to you keeping it at all. So if you were to look at your life, I'll just talk about me. I'm gonna be really vulnerable here and just talk about me. I would say probably my entire life has been about what's right and what's wrong. And I'm going to gamble that most of you are the same. What's right? What's wrong? And when I was looking at this going, okay, if there is no right and wrong, then what do I do with that? Who am I? How do I be in the world? If I'm not judging every single thing as this is right and that is wrong, what do I do? And I'm going to talk about something else that could be very controversial to some of you. That what if there's also no purpose to life? And you're like, what? She's rocking my world today. So if there's no purpose to life, but all right, well, I'll make it a little easier for you, maybe a little easier to swallow. What if the purpose of life was to be happy? The purpose of life was to be joyful, to have fun, to be turned on, to live an orgasmic life, to be happy. Loris, this purpose talk is really a thing. Yes. Yeah, because we all want to know that there's a reason why we're here. And a lot of that's probably because, and I'll speak for myself, because there's a lot of craziness going on around here. So if there's a lot of craziness going on, then it's like, oh, okay, well, then there's got to be a reason I'm here. Maybe it's to change the craziness. So let's go back to my original thought. If there's no right or wrong, truly no right or wrong, you're not wrong, but you're also not right. So everything that you've done up until this point doesn't make you right. Everything that you've changed up until this point doesn't make you right. And this is me. I was like, wow, I was so right in how much I had changed and chosen and created in my life. I was so right in it. Well, the fact that it was right to find your bliss, absolutely. Yes, right. To be happy. However that shows up for you, right? So I'm looking at this going, okay, so if there's no right and wrong, and I'm taking myself out of that conversation, even where you wake up in the morning and you don't feel great and you're like, oh, okay, I don't really feel good today. I must be wrong, or something must be wrong. Okay. Or I woke up today and today's the birds are singing and it's a happy day and I'm so good, and then things are good. Okay. If we were to destroy and uncreate all of that, all of the right and the wrong and the good and the bad, then what do you do with that? What do you do with that energy? What do you do with that awareness when you're just aware that there's stuff happening in the world? What do you do with that? Well, what if it's just energy? And I talk about this a lot, money's just energy, judgment is just energy, points of view are just energy, everything is just energy. Your energy, your cups of energy, your phone's energy, everything's just energy. And they're even like scientifically proving that now there's more space between the molecules than there is actually molecules. And then if you took all of the people, and I think it's people and things, and you put all of the actual solid atoms, molecules together, it would total only the size of an apple. That's crazy. So if everything is just space and energy, then let's say something comes up for you. It's like, instead of judging it, right, wrong, good, bad, and then you can understand it and compartmentalize it and then put it over here in your nice little package, because you're like, okay, now I understand that right there is good. And as long as I'm doing that, then I'm good. And if you're like me, I was always trying to be good and right so that I'd make my way to heaven, or I'd make my way into the in crowd or whatever. This is funny. I never really wanted to be in the in crowd, but whatever those weird things that we tell ourselves, right? So if you take what's right and wrong, just this energy that you're aware of, and you went, oh, okay, what can I do with this energy? If I wasn't judging it or making it something significant, what can I do with it? What if you could just contribute the energy back to the earth? Because it's just energy. There's no positive or negative energy. It's just energy. So you could just go, oh, okay, I'm aware of this energy. I'm just going to give it to the earth. And the earth is like, wow, thank you so much for the contribution. Because it's just energy. The earth doesn't have a point of view about, oh, that's positive energy, that's negative energy. It's just energy. So the invitation today is to just look at like whatever's coming up in your life. It could be positive, negative. You could have all sorts of points of view about it. And then just be like, if you had no point of view about it, what could you do with it? Where could you contribute that energy that would actually create some change? But again, not from the resistance and reaction or alignment and agreement, but from the, oh, something showed up in my lap. Right now, it's a kitten in my lap anyway. And later it could be a pile of poo, like whatever it is. Like, it's like, oh, okay, just energy. Just give it back. Give it to the earth. Let it flow. I think that's the other thing too, is that a lot of times energy gets stuck because we stop it and go, I have to understand it. You don't have to understand anything. Anytime you're trying to understand something, you're standing underneath it. Just be like, oh, it's just energy. I'm aware of something here. Where can I use this energy to contribute? Where can I gift it? Can I send it to the earth? Is there somewhere else that energy is required? Just something minor to ponder today. When you find yourself in how right you are, it stops moving forward because you are so right. Absolutely. It's true. So I absolutely adore you all. Thank you all for watching and listening. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.